Welcome back to the Sin and I podcast. Today we are talking about something that a lot of people feel but don't fully understand. And that is this. You are busy, but you are not productive. And those are not the same thing. In fact, they are often the opposite. Because being busy just means time is filled. Productive means your time is moving you forward. And a lot of people often confuse the two. They go through the day doing things, checking boxes, staying occupied, and at the end of it, they feel like they did something. But when you zoom out, nothing actually changed. No real progress, no meaningful output, just activity. Let's start here. Being busy feels productive. That is why it is also dangerous. It gives you the illusion that you are making progress, without requiring you to actually do the things that create results. You can fill your entire day with low impact tasks and still feel like you actually worked hard. Answering messages, scrolling, organizing, or switching between tasks, handling small things that don't require much focus. And none of those are necessarily bad, but if that is most of your day, you are not building anything. You are only just maintaining. Here is the first truth. You are prioritizing easy tasks over the important ones. Most people don't avoid work completely. They avoid difficult work. The kind that requires focus. The kind that takes effort. The kind where there's no immediate reward. So instead, they stay busy with things that feel productive, but don't move the needle. And because those tasks are easier, they become your default. That's how you stay busy without progressing. Second, you don't have clear priorities. If everything feels important, nothing actually is. So, you end up reacting to whatever is in front of you. Notifications, messages, random tasks, whatever feels urgent in the moment. And urgency is not the same as importance. Just because something needs attention now doesn't mean it matters long term. Without clear priorities, your day gets controlled by outside inputs instead of your own direction. Third, you are constantly distracted. Your attention is broken. And most people don't even realize how much that affects their output. You start something, then you check your phone. You switch tasks, you lose focus. You come back, but now it takes time to get back into it. That cycle repeats all day long. And what should take 1 hour takes three. That's not productivity. That's fragmented effort. Fourth, you are not doing deep work. This is one of the biggest differences between people who move forward and people who stay stuck. Deep work is focused, uninterrupted effort on something that actually matters. No distractions, no multitasking, just full attention on one task. Most people don't do this at all, or they do it for very short periods, and without it, your output stays low because high value work requires focus. Fifth, you are reacting instead of executing. This ties everything together. If you start your day with a clear plan, your default to reaction, you respond to messages, you handle whatever comes up, you stay busy, but you are not in control. Execution is different. Execution means you decide what matters first, and you do that before anything else. Now, let's go deeper, because this isn't just about time, it's about structure. Sixth, you are overestimating what you are getting done. At the end of the day, you feel like you were active. You feel like you worked. But if you actually measured your output, what did you complete? What moved forward? What actually changed? For most people, the answer is very little. Because activity feels like progress, but it isn't. Output is. 7. You don't track your time honestly. If you broke down your day hour by hour, you'd see where it's going. Distractions, low valued tasks, time leaks you don't notice, And once you see it clearly, it's hard to ignore. But most people never look. So they assume they are more productive than they actually are. Eighth, you avoid high resistance tasks. The tasks that matters most are usually the hardest to start. They require focus, effort. There's no instant reward from them. So you delay them. You push them back. You tell yourself that you'll get to them later. And instead, you fill your time with easier things. That's how you stay busy while avoiding progress. Ninth, you don't have structure. Your day is loose, unplanned, flexible, and that sounds good until it leads to inconsistency. Because if your time is not structured, it gets filled by whatever is easiest or most immediate. Structure creates direction. Without it, you drift. 10th, you are not protecting your focus. Even if you know what you need to do, if you don't protect your time, it gets interrupted. Notifications, people, distractions. You allow things to break your focus, and every time that happens, your productivity drops. Because focus takes time to build and seconds to lose. So, now the question becomes, how do you fix this? First, you define your priorities. Not 10 things, 2 or 3. What actually moves your life forward? What creates results? Start there. Everything else is secondary. Second, schedule deep work. Not when you feel like it, not when you have time. Schedule it, block it out. Treat it like it is non-negotiable. Because if you don't protect it, it will not happen. Third, eliminate distractions, not reduce. Eliminate. Phone is out of reach, even if it has to be in the other room. Notifications are turned off. Environment is set for focus. You make it easier to stay locked in than to get pulled away. Fourth, execute before you react. Before you check anything, before you respond to anyone, do your most important work first. Because once your day starts reacting, it's hard to take control back. Fifth, track your output. Not just your time. What did you actually complete? What moved forward? Measure that. Because that is what actually matters. Sixth, build structure into your day. You don't need every minute planned, but you do need blocks. Focus time, execution time, recovery time. Without structure, you drift. With structure, you move with direction. Here's the reality. Being busy is easy. Anyone can stay busy. But being productive requires intention. It requires focus. It requires discipline. And it requires you to stop hiding behind activity. Because that's what a lot of people are doing. They stay busy to avoid facing the fact that they are not progressing. So, understand this. If your days are full but your life is not moving forward, something is off. And it's not your effort, it's how that effort is being used. So, take a step back and be honest. Are you actually productive? Or just busy? Where is your time going? What are you avoiding? What actually needs your focus right now? Pick one thing and lock in. And execute. Because progress does not come from doing more things. It comes from doing the right things consistently. And if you can fix that, everything changes. I'll catch you in the next episode of Ascendant Life. See you in the next one.